What is IQR? IQR is the interquartile range. How to calculate IQR? Let's take an example. The scores of 15 students in a math test ordered from smallest to largest. There are 15 students who took the math test. So n here equals 15. Moses' score represents the first quartile, Q1. Hamda's score represents the second quartile, Q2. Miriam's score represents the third quartile, Q3. As we can notice that Q1, Q2, and Q3 values divided my dataset into 4 equal parts. Each part is 25% of the dataset. The percentage of scores between Moza and Maryam is 50%. In other words, there are 50% of the scores between Q1 and Q3. We can say the percentage of values between Q1 and Q3 can be called the middle 50% of the dataset values. And the range of this middle 50% of the data is known as interquartile range, which is IQR, and it has the following formula. IQR equals Q3 minus Q1. Let's take an example. This is Hamdan. Hamdan received the following scores out of 100 in the academic year 2018-2019. Can you help Hamdan to find the interquartile range for his scores? We know that interquartile range is IQR, and IQR is Q3 minus Q1. So we need to find Q3 and Q1. As we can notice, my data set is not ordered. So first of all, we need to order the values from smallest to largest. So we write 30, 80, 83, 84, another 84, 85, 86, 88, 90, and 100. As we can see, n here equals 10 because the number of values in this data set is 10. Now, let's find Q1 first. So let's apply the formula. Now we need to replace each variable with its equivalent value. And as we know, for Q1, P is 25. And N here is 10. The answer is 2.75. So we need to split this number into 2 parts. Now 2 here means the second value. So let's go back to the ordered data set to find the second value. This is the first and this is the second. So we apply the following calculation in order to find the first quartile. So because 2 is the second and it's 80, so we write 80, and this number will be added to the multiplication of this decimal part and the difference between the third and the second value. 83 minus 80. The answer is 82.25. Now let's find Q3. We need to apply the formula. As we know, for Q3, P is 75, so we can replace P by 75. And N here is 10. The answer here is 8.25. Now let's split this number into two parts. 8, 0.25. Now let's split this number into two parts. 8 and 0.25. 8 here means the eighth value. So let's go back to our ordered data set and find the eighth value. This is the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and this one is my eighth value. Now we need to apply the following calculation in order to find Q3. So we add the eighth value, which is 88, to the multiplication of the decimal part and the difference between the ninth and the eighth value. The answer is 88.5. Now let's go back to the IQR formula. IQR is Q3 minus Q1. So Q3 here is 88.5 minus Q1 is 82.25. So the answer here is 6.25.